July 18th Board of Education meeting to order, Stanley T. Williams, at 7:05. Roll call.
Chairman Papa-Holter.
Here.
Vice Chairman Aprio.
Here.
Secretary Sienna. Here. Janet Balsamo.
Here.
Carolyn Candelora. Vincent Mace.
Here.
Cynthia Rice.
Here. Salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Visitors and guests? Okay, there are no student representative. Approval of the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the June 13th, 2019 Board of Education meeting as submitted.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Before you move on, can I make a motion to amend the agenda of the July 18th, 2019 Board of Education meeting?
Yes. Second? All in favor?
I'll make amendment to what?
Amended to
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to wait for, that's what I was.
To add, well, that's going to be the next motion. We have to add the superintendent's contract evaluation.
I thought it was on here.
I thought it was two, but I just double checked and I don't.
The extension, separate from the contract, is the extension. We didn't do it in June.
No, we go into evaluation.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, you got
Second.
it for the extension.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now I'll make a motion to add discussion and action regarding the contract extension of the superintendent of schools to agenda item A, negotiations under IX 9, committee reports.
I second. All in favor?
Aye. I got it, Meryl. I'll pass it down to you.
Thank you.
Beth, can you pass this down?
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the retirement resignation from Miss Michelle DiCaprio, special education teacher at Jerome Harrison Elementary School, effective January 1, 2020.
I second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye. I'll make a motion to accept the resignation from Mr. Joseph Amodio, grade 5 teacher at Totucket Valley Elementary School, effective July 1, 2019.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to publicly acknowledge Ms. DiCaprio for her 20 years of service in the district and thank her for the work that she's done with the children. We wish her nothing but the best in her retirement when she leaves during the year. And we'd also like to wish Mr. Joseph Amodio the best of luck. Mr. Amodio has accepted a position as an assistant principal in a elementary school. He was with us for a number of years, has been an incredibly positive influence in many students' lives. He'll be greatly missed, but we wish him nothing but the best as he enters the role as an administrator. Thank you.
Appointments? I'm looking for the appointment page.
There is none.
I don't see that.
I need nothing.
Scott, do we have any appointments?
Your authority to hire?
Yeah, I was waiting for the cue. Okay, thank you. Yes, I thought it was under authority. It's under authority to hire. Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
So we'll come back to that later, under my report.
Okay. Leaves, none at this time. Superintendent's report.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
First agenda item, we have school price lunches. As you know, last time we discussed our school lunch program, and there were many suggestions, and one of the recommendations was to get an ad hoc committee together from the board to go and really delve in and to see some of the challenges and where we're going with our food service industry. That being said, we may have to make a decision for the 19 school year if we are going to increase our pricing on our school lunch program. I've been in contact with our food service director, who is recommending that we leave our prices where they're at. So if the board is in agreement, we would not have to make a motion, we would have to take no action at all, and we would move forward with the same pricing that we had this year. Okay?
Yeah, I just want to make one comment publicly. I would like, as part of the lunch program this year, because I've said it I think probably at the last 4 meetings, but I'd like it just to go on public record. And I hope that as part of this investigation, we are looking how to improve the service, not just the cost. So we're looking at how to make the program more robust so that kids are enjoying the food, because I do have children in the school system, and I do have lots of little peoples and friends and nieces and nephews that aren't pleased with what's being served, and I understand there's parameters, but Marcy made a few suggestions from other school systems that she knows about, so I'd really, really like, as part of your goals moving forward, and I will put it down nicely, that we revamp this food system once and for all. Okay.
So that being said, I'm going to make a motion that Ms. Papa-Holzer sits on that committee as we go through, and I was joking.
My pleasure.
We'd love to, as many that can be there and do the work and get into the schools and have a better understanding of how we operate and how we want to be better. Okay, that being said, the North Branford Family Resource Grant, Supervisor Ann Marie McCarthy reauthored the grant for renewal. We need to motion to accept this. There's a motion there for you. There's information there about our preschool age program, enrichments, positive development, and things that are happening within that program. So that being said, if you would like to make a motion to approve the submission.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the submission of the North Branford Family Resource Grant for the period of July 1st, 2019 through June 30th, 2021.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Okay, thank you. Now, under authority to hire, I'm going to pass this around, starting with Mr. Mace. As you recall, at the June board meeting, you voted to give me the authority to hire, and I greatly appreciate it because we were able to hire 5 full-time teachers from that meeting date until now. Obviously, with a couple of resignations that you accepted this evening, we'll be in the process of filling a couple of positions. So I'm going to just go through and share the staff members. You have their names there and where they went to school, what they're going to teach, and the level at which they came in. So Ryan Dombrowski is a graduate of North Branford High School. He was a member of our tennis team, very active in the school community. He's a science teacher, so he's leaving a Shoreline Community School to come back to be with us. We're really excited. He's a Quinnipiac grad, and he's got his master's. Jess Berube was with us as a high school intern, and we had a maternity leave at NBIS. She was able to slide over and take that position, so we're thrilled that she's going to be acting in that role for this year. Samantha Danielle is a grade 5 teacher at TVS. She's from Central Connecticut. Todd Baldessaro was with us before. He left and went up to Middletown as a full-time teacher and then returned to us as a special ed teacher. So we're really excited to have him at NBIS. He's a master's step 1 from Keene State. And then Heather Glenn is a 1.0 K-5 literacy coach. She's a UConn grad. She's out of New Haven. We've actually hired a couple of our coaches from New Haven. They come with great credentials and background. So we're really excited about the group that's coming on to be with us. And I think they bring a lot of talents and skills. At the last meeting, we spoke about some of the new course offerings that we were going to be able to offer because of their backgrounds. I mentioned at the high school, the AP Economics, with a teacher that came to us with quite a strong background in teaching that course. And so that's always a bonus when they can bring something with them, not only within the classroom, but with extracurricular or anything else that we offer to our students. So that being said, if there are no questions, and that will move on. Central office update, I've been sending emails out this week. Ed Aram, as you know, who was an interim before with us, has come on when we need him on a per diem basis. He met with us one day this past week and assisted us with the screening for our Director of Personnel and Business. We have 3 candidates that we're going to interview at the end of this month. Then we will bring 2 candidates forward as finalists. I will get you that information as we move forward, and we want to appoint at the August meeting. That's our goal. So we are looking to have a board member or members sit in on that second round to be a part of that process.
Also, Scott and I spoke a little bit about, just so kind of everyone's in the loop, I asked Scott to kind of put together a budget of, because Ed Aram is a consultant, so I asked him to put kind of a budget together, so a not to exceed budget, so how much we're paying him and how much he will not exceed, so that we're not going over what we paid Don with his cost and the cost of the new person coming on. Also, he's going to be putting together a budget with Ed of what the new person, who we don't know, is going to make as far as salary and benefit package, and he's going to give us kind of a breakdown, similar, I'm guessing, to what we got for the administrators and the principals, so we can see what
Right.
our Durgan, our surrounding towns make, so we can have a competitive package, but not have it be so
Robust.
robust.
So what we're looking to do, Ed Aram
Yeah.
is obviously a retired business manager with 35 years, and he has a business where he goes in and he will assist and close out school years for members. He'll do interim positions, and he also heads up CASBO. So he meets with all of the business managers monthly. So he's always aware of the pool, he's aware of who's out there, and he's obviously with the contract language and what's equitable and fair based upon your location in the state.
Do you think it's realistic that we'll be able to vote in a new person in August? That we'll be able to
Yes.
have a new? Okay.
That's our goal.
That is the goal. Okay,
That is the
so
goal.
that's a month away. That's not bad.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's not bad. And then can we just have a final cost at maybe at the September meeting of what we paid on the consultant, so we have an idea and it's a good baseline, like how many hours he worked, because it's not going to be the only time we're going to use him, but how many hours he worked, kind of the things he worked on for us.
Sure.
So we have that in our kind of toolbox for reference.
Yes. So he will not be back with us until we meet on the 29th. So
Right.
he spent a half a day the other day.
Mhm.
He's coming back on the 29th for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
We are bringing in an individual who was at Durham, a retired superintendent, for one day to do our end of the year, our ED001, our EFS report, which is when we compile all of our data before the audit with the town. So he's going to walk us through doing that in one day,
Okay.
one time, which will be a huge learning curve, but it will be great for our staff to go through it.
Okay.
So that will be the only other individual that will be working with us.
Okay.
Okay? I did mention earlier that Karen Williams and Tracy Wooten have been working together to complete the year-end tasks and have done a great job working together to make sure that we closed out this past year, got ready for this year with the POs, and now everything is up and running. All the schools have been uploaded, so we're in purchasing mode and we're ready to hit the ground running. I mentioned the consultant that's going to work with us to do the EFS, and that system is used by local boards of ed, charter schools, all of the RESCs. It's the same report that's done throughout. So going through it one time, there's been some changes to it, so it's really going to be helpful to have this person work with us. And last piece, we have a retirement of Marilyn Modulewski, our accounts payable clerk. She's going to be leaving in September, so we're going to be posting that job probably next week, and we'll start the interview process, and we'll be filling that job and ready for when she leaves in September. So that's the update on central office. And I had sent, at the last meeting, I had given you obviously the evaluation packet. There was only one email that came in from Ms. Sienna that she picked up documents today. I have copies of what she requested, if anyone would like those copies. I have 3 additional copies. If not, I'll hold on to them. And then at the next meeting, we'll collectively talk about goals for next year. I've already heard some things that I know with the food service that we want to do. And that will be a point of emphasis. Obviously, I think the STEM offerings continue to be a priority, and I think we're making great strides. We want to continue to do that. School safety and security, we've updated, you on some of the changes in our capital plan. But we'll keep the same umbrella and then collectively get some ideas in August, and then we'll put them in place for the start of the school year. And if you want to email anything to me that you'd like to see, that you kind of, what would it look like and how could we do this and how would it, reach our student population, feel free to do that. Keeping in mind our strategic plan and what we have in place, and if it kind of echoes what it says there, then we're going in the right direction. Okay.
Okay.
Committee reports.
Negotiations, we have a meeting or is it?
Nothing with negotiations.
Nothing, right?
No.
Okay. Budget and operations, go ahead, Mark, do you wanna?
Okay, so for budget and operations, we had a meeting. We went over all the summer projects, the work that's being done over the summer in all the buildings. Bill Chody met with us and went over a very lengthy list with us. We have a list of line item transfers, which we'll vote on in a few minutes. We talked about increasing the tech ed position from .8 to a full-time position. We also talked about putting an NBIS student success specialist in the intermediate school. And as far as the line item transfers go, thanks, it's here somewhere. I can read it for the record. Budget and operations from 2018 to 2019, end of year line item transfers.
Are you gonna read it in the motion?
No, because I'll just say as.
Okay, as read.
$117,344.01 from benefits, the 200s to salaries, 100s, $62,827.90 from benefits, 200s to professional services, 300s, $93,128.01 from benefits, 200s to other professional services, 500s, $124,799.59 from benefits, the 200s to property, 700s, $1,846.52 from property services, 400s to property, 700s, and $9,485.65 from property services, 400s, to dues and fees, 800s. There's a total remaining balance of $35,477.47, which is going to remain with the BOE accounts in a hold or reserve capacity until everything is balanced and verified and make sure that no other invoices or anything comes in. So with that being said, I'll make a motion to approve the list of 2018-2019 year-end line item transfers as discussed.
Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
There was no curriculum, pension, policy, ACES, building committee, or communication.
The only thing I'd like to mention is the, under building committee, we have our joint committee that's meeting next Tuesday at 6 o'clock as a reminder to those who serve on that.
Yep. Let's do visitors and press. Okay. How about we do good to the board before we adjourn to executive session?
Sure, well, I think we met before, didn't we meet before graduation or did we meet after graduation?
We met
We-
before. No, after.
Yeah, okay, because I was gonna say all the ceremonies went beautifully.
Yeah.
Project graduation, everything went
Really?
off quietly. Project graduation was off campus for the first time in many years, and I heard it went very, very well.
The compliments of the behavior of the students, our staff members that were there said it was unbelievable. It was at the United States Naval Base, and they said this is like the best group that they've had.
And what did they do up there?
Well, they have access to the pool, they have all of the games and the food, so, and the gymnasium, so it's things that when you do it at the school, you don't have the pool, you don't have, the space and the area, and it's kind of neat to get off campus. I think they really liked it. I think that will start to be the trend
Oh, good.
moving forward, and it's really easier for us when they do that.
Oh, yeah.
For cost of setup, cleanup, everything that goes into it, they spend thousands on decorating. We're there, it's all done for you.
Perfect. Perfect.
And the kids had a great time.
That's what counts. Safe and good time.
Anything else? All right.
Then I'll make a motion to adjourn to executive session as per section 1-225 of the Connecticut General Statutes as permitted by section 1-200-6A of the Connecticut General Statutes to discuss agenda items 8I, evaluation of the superintendent, and IX, A, negotiations and extension of the contract.
I second. Discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Mary, do you want the,
I'm gonna take a quick look.
you gave her copy of the line item transfer? Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the superintendent's recommended wage increase for the 2019-2020 school year for all unaffiliated employees who are not classified as exempt under P9055. of 2%.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry, let's do a roll call. Roll call vote? Sorry, Mary. Oh, I just remembered something.
Chairman Papaholzer?
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio?
Yes.
Secretary Sienna?
Yes.
Janet Balsamo?
Yes.
Vincent Mace?
Yes.
Cynthia Rice?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve a wage increase of 2% for William Chody, Supervisor of Operations for the 2019-2020 school year.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call vote?
Chairman Papaholzer?
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio?
Yes.
Secretary Sienna?
Yes.
Janet Balsamo?
Yes.
Vincent Mace?
Yes.
Cynthia Rice?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve a wage increase of 2% for Karen Williams, Supervisor of Fiscal and Support Services for the 2019-2020 school year.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call vote?
Chairman Papaholzer?
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio?
Yes.
Secretary Sienna?
Yes.
Janet Balsamo?
Yes.
Vincent Mace?
Yes.
Cynthia Rice?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve a wage increase of 2% for Michael Auger, Supervisor of Food Services for the 2019-2020 school year.
I second. Discussion? Roll call vote?
Chairman Papaholzer?
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio?
Yes.
Secretary Sienna?
Yes.
Janet Balsamo?
Yes.
Vincent Mace?
Yes.
Cynthia Rice?
Yes.
Motion to approve a wage increase of 2% for Anne Marie McCarthy, Supervisor of Family Resources for the 2019-2020 school year.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call vote?
Chairman Papaholzer?
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio?
Yes.
Secretary Sienna?
Yes.
Janet Balsamo?
Yes.
Vincent Mace?
Yes.
Cynthia Rice?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve a wage increase of 2% for Douglas Handy, Technology Specialist for the 2019-2020 school year.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call vote?
Chairman Papaholzer?
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio?
Yes.
Secretary Sienna?
Yes.
Janet Balsamo?
Yes.
Vincent Mace?
Yes.
Cynthia Rice?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve a wage increase of 2% for Bruce Williams, Technology Director for the 2019-2020 school year.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call vote?
Chairman Papaholzer?
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio?
Yes.
Secretary Sienna?
Yes.
Janet Balsamo?
Yes.
Vincent Mace?
Yes.
Cynthia Rice?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve a wage increase of 2% for Scott Schoonmaker, Superintendent of Schools for the 2019-2020 school year.
Second. Discussion? Roll call vote?
Chairman Papaholzer?
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio?
Yes.
Secretary Sienna?
Yes.
Janet Balsamo?
Yes.
Vincent Mace?
Yes.
Cynthia Rice?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to extend the contract of Scott Schoonmaker, Superintendent of Schools through June 30th, 2022.
I second the motion. Discussion? Roll call vote?
Chairman Papaholzer?
Yes.
Vice Chair Nafrio?
Yes.
Secretary Sienna?
Yes.
Janet Balsamo?
Yes.
Vincent Mace?
Yes.
Cynthia Rice?
Yes.
The next board of Education meeting is scheduled for Thursday, August 15th, 2019.
I have a question. What about Karen Williams and
She was in there.
McCarthy?
We
I did
did.
them.
You did? Okay.
We did.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
Second?
Thank you, everyone.
All in favor?